let's get into our next guest this morning. April Mayrath is a tech guru. How do you like that title?
I love that title. This is what I do.
Good. She's bringing us today some really cool apps and tech stuff just in time for Christmas. You showed up at the right time.
Right, exactly. Right before the holidays when everything gets a little crazy. So these gadgets and apps really just kind of help make your life easier right before the holidays. And the best part is they're either very affordable or completely free, which is great.
Well, now you have my attention.
Right, exactly. So this first company is called Freedom Pop, hence the name Free. And everybody loves free, and everybody loves access to their internet connection when they're on the go and all the hustle and bustle of the holidays. You know, you're traveling through an airport, you're staying at a hotel, and sometimes these Wi-Fi connections and internet connections are either not reliable or they're a little too expensive. So Freedom Pop offers all these different products you see here, different gadgets that enable free internet. So you get 500 megabytes free internet each month automatically, which is fantastic if you're like me and you travel a lot and you just can't be without that internet connection. The coolest part about Freedom Pop is they just came out with a new Freedom Phone, and it's exactly what you would think. It's free voice, text, and data through this cool smartphone you see here.
No kidding.
So sounds too good to be true, but it's not. Freedompop.com is where you go to sign up. You buy the device. It's a very affordable device, and from then on, you get automatically free voice, text, and data each month with Freedom Phone. So very cool holiday
that's
gadget.
the top of my list.
Yes, absolutely.
Because when you go places and they don't have free Wi-Fi, it's just rude.
It's such a pain. I mean, you want to go everywhere. You want to have internet everywhere you go to play your games, do your online shopping, check your email. You know, you don't want to be without it these days. So freedompop.com is
it's like hotels that charge you for internet now. It's
so
ridiculous.
So rude.
Right.
It is.
So behind the times.
Yeah,
Don't consult with us, Larry.
No, exactly. Very good. Well, that you're off to a good start here.
So freedompop.com. The next one I'm loving right now is an app, and it's free. It's called GoGoBot. And GoGoBot is a personal travel guide on your cell phone. And again, if you're a traveler like me, it's perfect because it personalizes all your travel suggestions based on recommendations from people like you. So there's a feature in GoGoBot called Tribes, and so say, Larry, you're a foodie and you want to find, top-rated restaurants where you are, where you're traveling. It organizes suggestions based on others for top-rated restaurants, or you want to find a budget-friendly travel vacation over the holidays for your family.
Great idea.
Yeah, so it's very personalized, it's very social. My favorite feature is, I'm always taking photos with my cell phone on my adventures, and you can make personalized free virtual postcards and send them to your family and friends.
Oh, how fun is that?
So that's gogobot.com, and again, that's a free app. So
very cool. So you just say, okay, I'm part of a tribe that really likes green chili and ribs.
Exactly.
So hook me up.
Yeah. Where are the best places in Albuquerque to go?
I'm in Indiana.
Right.
Where am I going to get some green chili and ribs?
Well,
might be a little harder to find.
GoGoBot.
What a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's gogobot.com, and it's a free download, which everybody again loves free. So.
Very cool.
All right, the next one's called Sleep Genius.
Sleep Genius, and that's also a free app. And I don't know about you, but I am spent during the holiday season, and I have a hard time getting quality sleep. I'm a little run down, and going from hotel to hotel, and just trying to get some quality sleep. So Sleep Genius is a free sleep app, and the way it's different than other sleep apps out there is it is actually based in science. They used experiments helping NASA astronauts fall asleep in space. So that they're using all these different rhythms and music to try and get you to fall asleep and stay asleep, and then also wake you up gradually so you're not jolted awake by the beeping alarm clock. And the feature in Sleep Genius that I've been using a lot of lately is called the Power Nap feature. And I don't know if you knew this, but power naps are specifically optimized for 29 minutes for the perfect brain rejuvenation. So it gets you to sleep and then wakes you right back up.
There's a lot of research coming out that's saying that a power nap is actually very good for you.
Right, exactly. And you don't want to sleep too much, but then you want the right amount of. So this power nap feature in Sleep Genius helps you do just that. So again, free app, and it's at sleepgenius.com.
How cool.
That's fascinating because, I was just reading that when we sleep, we actually, we release toxins that we've built up in our brain. and they're actually linking sleep with Alzheimer's, dementia, with brain disorders and cognitive disorders. So we have to really take a better, harder look at sleep and the value of sleep. And I actually tried to download the Sleep Genius last night because I was so nervous and excited about being here.
It's hard to get to sleep.
But I didn't have any luck because I ran out of juice on my computer.
Yeah, you
Well,
gotta.
let's do it after the show now.
I'm going to get on there. I'm going to do some power napping after this.
But you're right. They're saying that's an equivalent, to the full health spectrum as having enough sleep, and that plays into so many parts of your full health. So that's sleepgenius.com.
All right, let's go to the next one. I'm fascinated by all this. This is wonderful, April.
This is great.
What's the next one?
So the next one is a fitness watch that I'm actually wearing here, and I matched it with my dress just in time for the holidays. This is called a LifeTrack Move C300 watch. And I'm sure you both have heard a lot of, about all the fitness trackers that are out on the market right now, Fitbit, Jawbone Up. And those are great. They're a little bit pricey for most people. This one is affordable. It's $60. It tracks all your same vitals. But the cool part about this LifeTrack watch is it syncs with a free app called Argus. And Argus is one of the most popular fitness apps in the App Store right now. It tracks all of your necessary vitals, but the reason why it's different is it actually helps you make sense of all the different pieces of information and data that it's accumulating. So say you've run 3 miles, but have you hydrated well enough? Have you drank enough water? What if you went on a 5-mile bike ride? How does that equate to how many calories you're consuming and the kind of nutrition that you're getting? So what Argus does is it actually helps you make these really nice correlations so that you can better improve your health and make good changes going forward. So that app, Argus, syncs automatically via Bluetooth with this LifeTrack watch. So this could be a great gift and stocking stuffer for somebody who's more fitness minded. And even around the holidays, we get a little bit more sedentary. We kind of skip the workout. So this is actually, it'll track every step you make, and you'd be surprised at how many you accumulate at the end of the day. So it's
and
encouraging.
It comes in different colors too.
It comes in different colors. You can switch out these little.
There you go, Larry.
Yeah,
that's the color
red and
I was
green.
You need a little pop of color today.
I do.
So that's you can find the watch at lifetrack.com, and this is the nifty little watch here. And then the app is made by a company called Azumio, and it's called Argus, Argus, and that's a free app.
Fabulous.
That's really a good idea. It gives you like a full spectrum of what you're doing and not doing.
Right, because a lot of people they don't really know, okay, well, I've burned this many calories. What does that really mean? And what are the choices that I make in my activity? How does that equate to the kind of foods I'm putting in my body, the kind of sleep that I'm getting? So it measures all of that.
What these apps do is just kind of organize everything for you.
Right.
And so you don't have to think about all the moving parts of your diet and workout and everything else.
The things that you don't need to be thinking about.
Exactly.
It makes life easier.
Yeah, that's what these apps are doing. They're just kind of smoothing everything out for you, which is really, really nice. And all of these are affordable. Well, a lot of them are free, and this watch was, what, $60?
$60, and the fitness trackers that are really popular and on the market right now are running upwards, $140, $150. So this is a much more affordable option. It's sleek, like I said, they've got many different color bands that you can change out, so you're never getting tired of it.
Wow, that's great.
Fascinating stuff. So again, to review Freedom Pop, go to freedompop.com. We have gogobot.com, real travel aid there. We have sleepgenius.com, lifetrack.com. We just talked about that, and that's connected with Azumio.
And the app is called Argus.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I want the Sleep Genius tonight. I need that so bad. And you know what? There's Baby Sleep Genius too.
There is, yes. They just
and if
came
they
out with
can
baby
figure
sleep.
out how to get little babies to sleep,
Perfect for new moms.
Amber is a busy
you will
mom.
win the Nobel Peace Prize of all time. So if you can,
try out Baby
makes
Sleep
my
Genius.
baby sleep.
That's perfect. April, I'm so glad you dropped by the Morning Brew today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
It's
you.
a lot of
This
fun.
has
Thanks.
really been great talking to you, and I've learned a lot today.
Good, great.
That's the best part.